It's really no joke that today streaming services are expensive. So I made my very own streaming service. So first we actually have to understand what we're doing here. We're basically emulating the process of a subscription service by making our very own home server. Now, in the tech community, many people do make home servers after they kind of proceed of building PCs. It's a way to show real technical information, but I want to change it up. But before we start, we have to understand what a server actually is. A server is practically a main host computer that shares out files, information, to clients or connected devices. So if we were trying to run, for example, a Minecraft server, it would establish a link where it runs the games and allows the clients to join directly through it. So how will we actually do this? Well, I'm going to use an old laptop, and you can't use any old laptop, it needs some requirements, but what I'm going to do is install TrueNAS Scale. Now, there is a lot of choice of operating systems, and I personally picked TrueNAS Scale just because I had used Open Media Vault before and it didn't really work properly, and I also just was willing to get the sacrifice of performance for support. This is basically the mother of home server operating systems, in which you connect it to your router and it connects directly to the clients. But there's some things we need. First off is fast networking, full Ethernet needed to get my full 500 megs. Next is USB 3 and modern ports. I need to be getting that 5 gigs a second. And finally, we have modern components. No 3rd gen Intel here. So our first option was this HP Chromebook. It runs an x86 processor, which is pretty fast, and it looked perfect. But it had some issues, it didn't play well with the custom BIOS, and it had no Ethernet. Next up we have my old laptop, this Dell Inspiron, and yeah, it's pretty beat up. So I took the board out, tested it, and what do you know? It worked. But there was a couple of issues. It was pretty slow having a Core i5-4200, and it wouldn't play nice with the internet, even over USB Ethernet. So I kind of just had to abandon it because I had no direct Ethernet port. And next up was the best middle ground. This is the Lenovo IdeaPad. It had a decent CPU, decent RAM, and it had everything else. It had a full Ethernet port, a modern CPU, and 2 USB 3.0 ports, making it perfect. Now, I did need to redo the thermal paste because it is 10 years old. Now, I did actually apply paste to both the chips. In some cases, you're not supposed to do that, but I just wanted to be safe. As well as that, I also cleaned out the fan, upgraded the RAM from 4 gigs soldered into the 1 expandable slot to 8. Now, even though we had Ethernet, there was no latch for it to lock in. So what I did was I played heads or tails if I glue it in or 3D print a bracket, and yeah, you can see where this went. So I didn't like the look of the laptop just kind of being exposed, so I modeled out this small frame along with an MDF base that I cut and allow it to slide in on the top. Now I cut it and I sanded it down a little bit, but the result was not great, so I just 3D printed out a small hexagonal panel for it to sit on top, and it looks really nice. All the files are in the description, by the way, and it looked great. Now for the motherboard, I just enforced it with this double-sided tape. Now, if you don't like the look of the bare laptop sitting around, you can use PCB Way to 3D print out an enclosure. PCB Way is an online PCB manufacturing website. They provide PCBs, 3D printing, and other CNC materials. As well as that, they can fully assemble your PCBs and provide metal stencils. All you have to do is drag and drop your files and get a quick turnaround time of 3 to 5 days. And even if you don't know how to model PCBs, you can use the shared projects tab from other people who have made amazing projects like you. As well as that, PCB Way also provides many different material services such as CNC, 3D printing, sheet metal fabrication, and injection molding, all with their own individual and amazing materials. If I wanted, I could even get titanium made. And right now, if you use the code linked in my description or on screen here, you can get a major discount on all PCB manufacturing and CNC. So what are you waiting for? Go over to PCB Way right now and get your boards made. And now, back to the video. As I was starting this, I knew Google Drive was going to be the easiest because, well, it's kind of in the name of TrueNAS. So what I did was set up SMB, which is basically a small partition which makes it visible to Windows computers, Mac, and look at it here, it works. I've hosted 500 gigs. Now, streaming services was not going to be as easy. One issue, if I disconnected from my Wi-Fi, all gone, couldn't connect to it. So I installed Scale, and it works really well. This basically makes a mini VPN so I can use this anywhere. Other unexpected uses include a Minecraft server, and it worked. Running at these settings, it averaged at around 53 FPS, and I was over the moon with that. It was amazing. Other benefits include NetBoot to allow me to boot over PXE, Navidrome as a Spotify replacement, which is really good, and Pi-hole for DNS-wide ad blocking. Now, the biggest limitation with this is probably the storage. My 500 gigs is running out very fast, so I'd probably buy this small drive to fill it up. RAM is also an issue. Now, 8 gigs is fine, but run anything else and it'll probably explode. And the i3 is just okay, nothing great. So for all the super nerds out there, I used a small smart plug to measure the wattage, and it said 17, but it was really inaccurate, so I'd guess 15 under full load. But with that, this starts to beg the question, should you make a server? And my personal answer is yes. Now, the reason why I say this is because it took me roughly 2 days, a little bit of technical knowledge, and I had a full replacement for my subscriptions. I saved this amount. It's substantial, and it slides into a shelf. I put it away, and I don't look at it again. It was really good, really fun to make, and I really recommend you do as well. So, let me know what you thought about this video. I actually enjoyed making this video a lot, just because it was a little more personal, and I actually just kind of did it over 2 days, and it was fun. So, if you like this, maybe think of dropping a comment, and a super chat. I unlocked it, I have the hours for it now. And I've also started a membership if you want to buy it, but up to you. Again, thank you for watching, and goodbye.